Are your dentures gagging you? So I had a message in my folder a little bit ago, and this person told me that they got new dentures and that no matter how much they tried, they could not wear them because they are gagging them. So I gave them some pointers and some things to look into and try. So I've been doing this for a very long time. I've had thousands and thousands of patients, and to be honest, I've only had a handful that truly were just gaggers, okay? And when I say that, I mean this. Like when I would even get close to them with my hand, they would gag. So even with those patients, we've been able to figure out how they can wear the dentures. Let me tell you some things that will make you gag, whether you're a true gagger or not with dentures. If the denture is loose, it can make you gag. The saliva will gather up above the denture and just really stimulate that gagging reflex. If the back of the denture, the very back of the palate on the roof of the mouth is too long, that can go past that soft palate and also stimulate the gagging response. If the denture is too thick, that can also stimulate the gagging response. The back of the tongue will kind of hang up on that back border of the denture and cause the patient to gag. But in some patients, just a handful of the ones that I have come across, it doesn't matter. The denture, it just gags them being in their mouth. So when this happens, we typically have to shorten the palate of the denture quite a lot, which can interfere with the suction of the denture. In these extreme cases that I have seen, the patient has to wear adhesive in order to keep the denture up because the palate is shorter, so it only hits them midway back up on their palate. So they lose suction, but they use a little bit of denture glue or adhesive, and they're able to get that security to hold that up in their mouth. If you're experiencing gagging, I want you to ask your provider to evaluate these things. Is the denture too loose? I see this a lot in immediate denture patients to where they're shrinking rapidly and the denture is getting loose very rapidly, and that's causing gagging. Or the patient has had the denture for a very long time and their gums and tissues have gradually changed, and now the denture is too big and they need a reline. So looseness, number one, I want you to look for looseness of the denture. Make sure it's fitting snugly. Then I want you to have the provider look at the length of that palate and see if it can be taken back a millimeter or two, and then try it out, and then a millimeter or two at a time. And now in between these adjustments, I always suggest to my patients, let's take a little bit off, now take it home, and I want you to try it out. Put it in the mouth a few minutes at a time, give yourself a rest, and try to see if you can condition your body to accept that in your mouth. If not, then let's adjust it some more. Another thing is I let the patient put the denture in their mouth themselves, even when they're in the office, because sometimes psychologically it just grosses the patient out in their brain for me to put my hand, my gloved hand, and it's large, and put that in their mouth. That can stimulate their gag reflex. So I encourage the patients to ask their provider to let them take the denture and let them put it in and place it in. Now, when you put an upper denture in your mouth, you do want to kind of suck that up to the roof of your mouth like you would a hard piece of candy so that you can get that seal. Some patients aren't told this. You need to suction it up to the roof of your mouth. And if you don't, it's just going to sit there and you're not going to get suction. One of the practices that I also suggest is that you get some hard candies, like some little peppermint hard candies, the little round ones, or butterscotch candies, any kind of candy like that, and hold those on the roof of your mouth and try to simulate that placement of the denture touching your palate. If you start doing that, throughout the day, you might be able to also condition your body to accept something being on the roof of your mouth. In the most severe cases, you would probably have to look into getting implants so that you can have the entire palate of your denture removed. I've never ever had a patient that we couldn't work with enough to get them wearing it, even if they were truly just had a terrible gag reflex. I hope that helps. If you guys have questions, reach out, like and follow, share my videos, all of the TikTok things. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.